After that, we print the generated amount of generated images, and then we close the CSV file. Next, we need to create our elastic distort function, which needs to take in image, alpha, and sigma as parameters. So the first thing we need to do is declare a random state, which is gonna for the beginning we're gonna create a null random state, and then we're gonna assign a variable called shape, which is going to take in the value of shape. It's going to take our height and width of our image. And then for elastic distortion, we need two variables, dx and dy. Dx is going to create a Gaussian filter, which is going to take in random values of displacement, which we have declared above in our generate image function. And we're going to use the constant mode as constant, and then we're going to multiply it by alpha. The alpha is basically which it controls the intensity of the deformation, and sigma refers to the Gaussian filter standard deviation. After that, we're going to create two variables called x and y, which is going to be used to make a mesh grid, which is basically a rectangle grid of array x and y values, which is going to take in our values that we just made above. And then we're going to create indices, and we're going to return map coordinates and the image and the indices. And then finally we need to create our main function. So this is what the Python is going to interpret first when we run the script. So here we create our arguments. So here we need three arguments: label file, font dir, and output dir, so that we can declare the label files directory and the font directory and the output directory. And here we're going to declare our arguments and then call the generate Hangul images function with the following parameters. Next, we need to download our fonts because our font folder is empty. So I'm going to go to this Korean website, which they have Korean fonts. I'm going to link the website's name in the description below. Once I downloaded my fonts, I need to create my virtual environment and install the dependencies, basically Tensorflow, Pillow, and SciPy. So and then basically just basically run the Python file specifying the label file location and the font file's location, and once that's done, the script will generate the Hangul images and save it in output directory.